An be na telo ne bunge. Professor Jawachuni, one code, we have a very interesting life. Waero weyo ne ji telo, waduoge, waduoge. Professor Nyong'o ni nowenwa telo mar party. Kosebedo Secretary General mar ODM. Kendo noketo ODM motegno kabisa. Owenwa go gi chuny maler maonge ng'ama nodhire. Kendo an ema nowena nikech kata obedo ni nokabedo Secretary General, nitie be gimomiyo nokabedo Secretary General. To nabedo chairman ma bang' Raila Odinga, an ema koro ne an the senior most jaluo e party mar ODM. Kama ne Nyong'o ema ne nitie. Kana adhi e cabinet, tajaka nwang'o ni Nyong'o jakoduogo koro to obedo kendo the senior most or second senior most nikech baba pod nitie kanyo. Professor Makone. An gi mor. Wan waero miyoga ji tich. Nyawene wanga bende chairman mar party. An ahero wene ji tich, nyacha wene wandaye be minority leader. Kane pok aweyo minority leader, Jared ne watiyogo maber kabisa kendo ne en ng'ama winjo wach. Mane momiyo abiro ka, Jared, mondo anyis jodalau gi ni in osiepna. Thank you very much. Gik mwabro loso kodi e ndalo ma wayudo ma Nyasaye omiyowa e nyando nyocha wasewuoye. Kendo wabiro loso. Adwaro ni jothurwa umi Professor Anyang' Nyong'o support. Kata obedo ni John Mbadi odhi e sirikal, odhi bedo minister mar pesa. To chama marwa moriwowa kaka oganda tiluongo ni ODM. Ng'ama oritonwago sani en Owad gi Mary. Professor ritnwa chama. Kendo kineno ka Agwambo Nyalego is comfortable ni in ema odwa ni kowuok odhi kocha to weni, nyaka bed nitie kama oketie. And I have no doubt in my mind that you will be completely in charge, in full control of the party ODM. Uneno gima Nyong'o osetimo Kisumu. Nitiere jomoko ma nyaka wawuo gi Nyasaye. Ni kata koa e kom machielo to nyaka obedie kom moro. There are people who we cannot do without. Professor, you may want, I don't know what position, but kiweyo governor because you must. Chik ok chuni, bende wan kodi, wan ema wakelo chikegi. Indi beda governor milele na milele. But unfortunately, 2027 is the yoke. But we want you somewhere. Come what worry, let us pray hard, Jokisumo, mondo Nyong'o yud kamoro. Mobedi after utieko service married to the nation and the people of Kisumu as the governor. So, weura awach weche moko ka matin. Tinde atemo balance. Akele gi kanye nikech anyalo kele yo moro ma ji pare ni to Mbadi ni pod en ogo siasa to nyo wamiye tich. Uneno first adwa nyisu jonyando man ka goganda wa majoluo ni kanyocha babo gombaka gi William Samoei Ruto ma President of the Republic of Kenya to wachona ni Mbadi wadwaro ni mondo warwaki executive ibed minister mar finance. Nitiere gimomiyo na yie. Anadwa nyiso two reasons mondo miye yie. Reason number 1, nanindo maparo mapenjora. Ni nitie sigana moro ma inyisowa nikech wan waonge. Ni Jaramogi Oginga Odinga ne wasungo kono ni miyo president mar Kenya. To nodagi ni gino miya Kenyatta. Ni anodi chienga biro. Pod wamanyo. Pod warito. Otamore chopo nyaka kawuono. Kama wantie, one got a lot of respect Jaramogi kata enindo kamoninde. But where you work, keno wangor echunywane. Jaramogi no timonwa makosa. Kamoro do mark gino gikacha, history mar Kenya do bedo written differently. And be oknya do adonje group ma joluo bro ywak negi. Ni nyaka ne Kenya yudo uhuru 1963 ni de pok gibedo gi ministry mar finance. Ni dero kamigole cham pok ne gibede dhode. Kai timi an John Bari ne tacha kangogo. Now actually I will not do that. Adwa de kanyo. To awachi niwe ni bede sirikal jothurwa en gima ok rach. Nani nyocha on Tuesday kwa wuoyo gi jatend piny to kona ni Mbadi ere yo mwanyalo create go employment nikech the youth ng'eny mawuok e college aneno kanyako ma MCA owacho ni mondo wachiw tich. Serikal ok ndik ji, serikal nigi limited positions. Serikal onego create environment ma kembe wuokie mandiko ji. So penyal watim nanga koni nyaka to koro wamanyi yo moro ma industries wuokgo. So nitie kaka wang'iyo weche mag special economic zones. Because I want the 5 special economic zones. And we agreed and I was given instruction. We have discussed with Professor, the governor, that there is a special economic zone in Kisumu and that the president gave me instructions. Makibos, we must put enough money in the budget, the coming budget, for that project to go on. That is the instruction. I will just implement. Pesa nyaka waket kanyo. Now, angena donge dakika matin, but let me say this. Uwinjo, one tugi mawasetimo e Kenya ka piny ngima ong'eyo. Kendo kata de jo Kenya tamre yie gi dhogi, to Nyasaye mipolo malo ong'eyo ni joluo osetetea ne jo Kenya. But kugik seche ma ipogo mwandu, to jowa ipogo negi gipendo jiko, giwendo jiko. Wan ok chuodhnwa go jiko kamipodh chodhne jomoko. To kendo jo Kenya ka nitiere jo kabila moko mo believe ni dongruok gine monego dhi e kuondegi. Nyaka wakel fairness in Kenya. We must bring fairness in the distribution of resources. It is shameful. It is criminal to find that one county, the ongoing road construction, the value is 151 billion, tarmac roads. The next neighboring county is 81 billion. The third county is also a neighboring county at 77 billion. And you come to Kisumu, you find 4 billion. You go to Turkana, you find 100 million. You go to Samburu, it is 77 million. Turkana, 100 million. We are not children of lesser God. We must harmonize. We must redistribute. And that is why I said, Professor, the truth is there are some people who cheated us. They were our friends and they were not. If truly you want to help us ascend to power, and 6 months to election, you award contracts worth of billions and billions in your region. Either you are not sure we were going to get that power, or you didn't believe in us. And that is what happened. I have checked. Most of these contracts were awarded 6 months to election, tying the next government with projects in your region. And you are leaving your friends with no allocations. These are things that we must speak out. And so, at Treasury, I am going to bring equity, redistribution. The next budget, and fortunately we have agreed first with the president. Two, even the CS for roads, and I'm very happy with the Minister for Road, Churchill, is the one who has come up with very detailed data, and we have shared with him. Last Friday last week, not yesterday, we sat with him in my office up to 9 p.m. in the night, just looking at how skewed distribution of resources are in this country. Koro mago kambadi gino donjo kanyo, to wa correct gik moko ma chendo go. Mondo dongruok odhi Kisumo, to dhi Homabay, to dhi Siaya gi kamoro amora. Wandai kobedo minister ka mar energy, to pesa onge. Dang' okel sitima. Seche moko ineno Grand Coalition government, Professor Nyong'o was in charge of health there, with no to minister mar finance, to akocha. Odwaro gik moko notim, pesa onge. Ang' noloso nu gimodwaro. Koro ugo ang' nugo mna koko ni Nyong'o bedo kanyo kia 5 years okokonyo, ikonyo unade ka pesa okoya ofreje mare madonyo. Omiyo jothurwa, adwa wacho weche matieko go. Uneno, the truth en niya, wan ng'ama waluwo en Raila Odinga. Sani to koro gimakore gi Nyong'o war gi Mary. Wabiro go mbaka to waneno to 2027 watimo nang'o. Gima ng'eyo ni osiepe mamako go osiep rach to ok wadhi wamak osiep. Ka in ng'ama in kwa mako kod osiep tidwaro mana mari, joyala ang' nung'uon na ato osiep na onge. Bere kwa make gi jomoko osiep jok ma bende deowa. Nyocha wamako osiep moro ka ma higni 5 mbadi ema ostabilize sirikandno. Kadi ne okan minority leader ma ben achalo majority leader, sirikand jadogore piny gi siandane. Nikech Ruto nomako gi mafuanda. To kata mana CEO achiel kama mane ondiknwa ne onge. Kidhi tikoni joluo gi ujoma nade, wadwa mi utelo to pod uthagowa. Dhi turu, uchano e choke, warito ring'o. Warito ring'o wapomna ka kifunguo ming'ato. Omiyo, wagi Mary, wabiro go mbaka. Kaseche go jopo to waneno kama watimore nade. Wadhi sani to pod walem ne baba obed president mar Afrika. Ok mane gima duong'. Then modong to wabiro loso. Onge weche madwa wacho kendo ng'ane adui nyang' no sewuoyo ka ose. By the way, let me put this in English. There has been no contradiction on this Adani thing. What Baba said is not contradicting what William Ruto has said. We were going through the process of validation and due diligence. And if someone does not disclose some material facts about themselves, how would you know that they have bribed people elsewhere? You can't tell. I think what Raila said is Adani has done some projects in some places and can be seen. Like in Mumbai, they have done an airport, an excellent airport. Whether they corrupted, that one we cannot know. Kwani sisi tunaishi India, nijue amebribe watu huko kujenga airport. But now that there was special investigation by the US government, and they have discovered there was bribery, the best action for any responsible government is to terminate any other dealings with such an entity. And it is not just Adani, any other person, even if it is a Kenyan, and you are found to have corrupted your ways elsewhere, you cannot be allowed to transact another business with another government entity. That is the way to go. So there is no contradiction. There is no contradiction between Raila and William Ruto. There is no contradiction between Ompio Wandayi, and we are all in government. By the way, the moment President Ruto speaks, Mbadi has spoken. So that is where I wanted to disagree with Adui. You know, I am more loyal to Baba than anybody else. Erenga marailo sekono ni wechung mowe. Donge an kenda ka. Jomodong dhie independent kapile. Koko ni wechung ochikore independent kata kama nikikura beach. Bino gono chikore dhie independent. An kenda an bebe naneno ni an giji moko banga buora to nawacho ni hoyo kababo wacho kanye kama walo. So I know ni Baba ema nyaka walo. Donge contradiction kinde ki president, and by the way gima president osewacho that is final. So kiko wuog kaendi that there is another discussion around what the president has said. There is no more discussion. Any contract, any arrangement with Adani stands suspended forthwith. Forthwith. The Minister for Finance has said, and that must be followed. Turu ero kamano jo kanisa aparo ntie kaka wawinjore Jared kwa dok Nairobi 2 weeks kikrum tie gik moko makoro onyakwa timne church kombe nyo wasewuoye wabro medo kombe ka wadhi timo ni wanda idhi timo mara mondo kanisa obed gi kombe wamiyo mano ang'eyo jadwen gimomiyo ahero unitie wan wa jadwen king'iyo kit jadwen maber kata mobede public office wahero ratero ga weche madieri moriere mochiko yo nuneno Maraga kako tiyo uneno Mbadi kaka tiyo wan weche we are the truthful men. We are the actual truthful men. But let me not forget something, Professor Wajaniseme, then I call you to come and speak. Devolution. I have come from Orange Democratic Movement Party, which believes in devolution. I must support devolution. And Professor, I want to give you my word and commitment. I will strive to make sure that counties are well resourced. That is why I made sure, even though we started releasing money late because of technical legal challenges, up to this week, Monday, I have made sure that monies have gone to counties up to the end of October. I only want to plead with the controller of budget. As you do your work independently and assess, please make sure that our counties are facilitated to receive their money. There is no reason why after we have released money, then money is stuck at central bank in CRF accounts. It doesn't help. We want money to get into the pockets of Kenyans. That is why Kenyans are saying that there is no liquidity, that they don't have money. It's because money is stuck at the Treasury. At the central bank. We want money to come to Kisumu. They pay salary to staff so that they can pay rent, and then everyone will have money in their pockets. We want them to pay contractors so that they can go and pay the suppliers of the goods and services which they procured to support the county, so that we have money in our pockets. Pending bills, we are going to make sure that February, March, we start paying all the pending bills of the national government. Whether we are staggering them for 2-3 years, we will have a deliberate strategy to pay pending bills. That is the only way to unlock and stimulate our economy to have an economic growth that Kenyans can be proud of and which will create job opportunities. Asanteni sana. Allow me at this juncture, Mondaluong Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. You can rise so that we invite Professor Nyong'o to speak to the congregation. Thank you, Professor.